Thank you for joining us. Let's continue with Master YongHua's teachings.
口说持戒，心身就犯戒。
The mouth says, uphold precepts, then the mind and body break them.
口说不杀生，心里就杀生。
The mouth says, no killing, then in the mind killing happens.
口说不偷盗，身偷盗。
The mouth says, no stealing, then the body steals.
口说不邪淫，身犯邪淫。
The mouth says, no sexual misconduct, then the body engages in sexual misconduct.
口说我不打妄语，就是在这个一个不打妄语，已经就是妄语。
The mouth says, I do not lie, yet in saying I do not lie, it is already a lie.
口说不饮酒，心里总想这个白兰地呀、威士忌呀，是不错的，白兰地。
The mouth says, no drinking alcohol. The mind keeps thinking, this brandy, whiskey. It's quite good, brandy. Sigh. Brandy now. Ah.
所以这样怎么能修行
So if you're like this, how are you able to cultivate? Sigh.
所谓口念弥陀心散乱，喉咙喊破也突然。
As the saying goes, the mouth recites Emitofuo while the mind is scattered. Shout until your throat is torn. It's all in vain.
口里念呢，南无阿弥陀佛，心里净打妄想，打什么妄想呢？
With your mouth, you recite Namo Emitofuo. Yet in the mind, you always strike up false thoughts. What false thoughts are you having?
这个猫在那等着老鼠，要是这个老鼠一出来这个猫就把它一口就吞了。
This cat is waiting there for the mouse. If this mouse comes out, at that moment, this cat will swallow it in one gulp.
这个猫是有本事，能捉老鼠。
This cat is capable. It can catch mice.
你净打这个妄想，所以修道，你念佛，心里散乱无章。
You always strike up these false thoughts. So when you cultivate the way and recite the Buddha's name, your mind is scattered and without any order.
喉咙喊破， 你就大大声念，南无阿弥陀佛，南无阿弥陀佛，把这喉咙都喊破了，那也没有用。
Shout till your throat is torn. You loudly recite, Namo Amitofo, Namo Amitofo. Your throat is completely torn from shouting. Even then, it's of no use.
所以呀，主要就是把你的狂心贡高心、我慢心、妒忌心、障碍心，都要把它停止，这才行。
Therefore, the main thing is to bring your mad mind, arrogant mind, prideful mind, jealous mind, and obstructive mind all to a stop. Only then will it work.
如果你不停止这些个心，你就念佛，只不过种善因而已。
If you do not put a stop to these minds and only recite the Buddha's name, you're merely planting good causes.
Okay, let's stop. Okay, let's go over this section here. The context is that Master YongHua says when you cultivate, when you meditate, when you cultivate, you need to let go of the attachment to the self and the attachment to the Dharma. And so this is in that spirit. Not sure, as I listen to this, I'm not sure why he chose to explain this way. And what's great about Master YongHua's teachings is that, like the traditional Chinese teachers, she speaks about the proper principles in cultivation, which is something that most teachers don't talk about nowadays. Monks and nuns nowadays, Dharma masters, talk about things that are popular, things that people want to hear. Okay, whereas he's one of the rare people, rare masters, who talk about things that you're supposed to know. Okay, things that are the guidelines for your life. Okay, and those are based on the teachings of the Buddha. And so I don't quite understand how he went this way. But the only thing I could think of is that I went the wrong way again, sorry. Is that his students had a lot of problems. Okay, have no attachments. When you practice, you should have no attachments. And one day he says, what kind of attachments are we talking about? I really apologize. I have no idea which way I'm going, left and right, forward, backward. I cannot get it straight. Okay, 22, right? Thank you. So, you practice, you build, you let go of the attachment to the self and the attachment to Dharma by cultivating precept, samadhi, and wisdom. Okay? And now he's going to talk about precepts. The mouth says precepts, the mind and the body breaks them. When you create karmas, the three karmas, mouth karma, mind karma, and body karma. Okay, so I think he's referring to his students who talk about upholding precepts, keeping the rules of morality, which is the basis of cultivation, okay? And yet, like many people, it sounds good, and they don't mean it. So that's why he says, the mouth says, I'm upholding precepts, but the mind doesn't really pay attention, and the body doesn't really act accordingly. All right? I think specifically certain people in his assembly, his students, has these issues. The mouth says no killing, and the mind, killing happens. So you see, when you receive precepts, that's why he's enumerating them right now. So he's talking about the 5 precepts. And so he said, when you receive precepts, you says, I vow until the end of my life that I will do no killing. Okay, so help me God, something like that. And he says so, and however, in the mind you still nurture the killing, okay? And when you receive precept and say, I vow until the end of my life to do no stealing, and yet you steal with your body, you steal pens in the office, you steal little things when people don't pay attention. The mouth says no sexual misconduct, then the body engages in sexual misconduct. The mouth says, I do not lie, and he says, actually, when you make that vow right there, you actually are telling a lie already. Okay, so he says, you have to pay attention. You made these vows, and you're not keeping them. The mouth says no drinking alcohol. The mind says, oh, I want a brandy. I need a brandy. It's good. It would be nice to have a brandy now, and I can't wait. So if your mind, when you cultivate, and you are constantly contradicting yourself, okay, then you're going against the vows you made when you took the precepts, then you cannot really cultivate at all. Okay, what is he talking about? He's talking about, let me explain to you. When you want to have a moral life, to do right and wrong. In Buddhism, we have something called the 5 precepts, which is the foundation of right and wrong, okay, of good and evil. You follow the rules of those 5 precepts, you are doing good. You are goodness. You violate them, you are doing evil. All right? So, everything we do actually are covered, all our actions, all our karmas are covered by these 5 precepts. All right? So that's Buddhist wisdom for you. And that's what Master YongHua just shared with us. So those of us who study precepts, who practice precepts, do have an edge over others. Okay? Really significant edges over the rest of the world. All right? And so let me explain to you how it works. There is these 5 precepts that we make a vow to cultivate, to observe. The most important thing for you is to watch the intention. He's talking about the mouth and the body and mind and so forth. I'd rather you focus on the intention. Okay, you made a vow not to kill. All right? The most important thing about not killing is to not allow your mind to indulge in a killing thought. You vow not to steal. The most important thing you need to watch out for is have no thoughts of stealing, no intention of stealing. Sometimes we steal by mistake. We take things that don't belong to us, thinking for the wrong reasons, but there's no stealing intention behind it. Then it's salvageable. It's minor. But if you we do that, and you commit a karma with the intention to do that, that's a lot more serious. All right? And that's what Chan is about. Chan is about we catch those thoughts, those improper thoughts, and we raise our guards. I say, I'm not going there. Okay? Ordinary people, they indulge in these thoughts. I don't care about what he says. He says, the Mao says, I don't lie. He's referring to the time when you took the precepts, you made the vow, I think. Okay? That's how, to me, the only way that ties them together. But the main thing is that, do you intend? Do you intend to lie? Do you intend to mislead? That's the most important criteria you need to watch out for. It doesn't matter what people think of you. People think you're lying, people misunderstand you, people approve of you. Those are secondary. Okay? Now, if you're a cultivator, it's irrelevant what people think of you. It's what you think of yourself that matters. Okay? You don't need people to approve of you. You don't need people to acknowledge you. You need to understand the principles, like this great master is teaching us. Okay? And cultivation is about catching your thoughts. Are they in violation of the principles or not? Okay? That's what you do. What Chan is about. Chan is about raising the awareness of your thoughts and catch them, especially when they are improper thoughts. Okay? So, for example, if you take a precept against precept of not stealing, okay? And you go to the office, you open the office supplies there, and you found a new supplies of new pens. And you say, oh, that looks nice. You put it in your pocket and you take it home. Okay? That process right there is based on a stealing intention. The supplies, office supplies, is designed for you to use at the office, not for you to bring it home, to put it on your desk. Okay? There's a gray zone there. Okay? And so, cultivation is not about just coming here to the temple. You come here to the temple to learn about the principles, learn the techniques and how to do it. But after you understand, after you learn, you go home. And you watch your thoughts, you watch your intentions. That is cultivation. It's a private thing. You don't need people to approve of you. You don't need people to praise you. Okay? Cultivation really is very, very personal, very, very private. And when you watch your thoughts and do not indulge in those not good thoughts, unwholesome thoughts, okay, something magical happens. You will like yourself. When you indulge in unwholesome thoughts, you don't like yourself. You disapprove of yourself. But when you stop these unwholesome thoughts from arising, okay, and stay away from them, don't allow them to arise. When they arise, you squash them, you cut them off, you nip them off. That's what cultivation is about, okay? The more often you do that, the more you like yourself. That is cultivation, folks. You don't need my approval. You don't need me to like you. You have to like yourself. Because if you depend on others' approval, when they withhold it because they're in a bad mood, because they disagree with you, because they're confused, because they're depressed, boy, are you in trouble. Yes, 3.
감사합니다. 제가 단식을 지금 이제 5일째 들어가다 보니까 시간이 남아서 앉아있는 시간이 많아지네요. 그래서 부모 미생전을 이렇게 생각하면서 앉아있으니까 쓸데없는 이런 것들이 많이 생기는데, 하나는 한자로 불화자, 이제 안입을 걸어왔자니까 어울리지 않는다, 이런 뜻이라고 그러고, 또 하나는 알지도 못하는 사람 얼굴이 계속 앞에서 지나가는 이런 게 있어서, 제가 재미나이한테 한번 물어봤더니 참선하고 앉아있으면 잡념이 줄어들면서 잠재되어 있던 그런 갈등이나 두려움 또는 잡생각이 떠오르니까 신경 쓰지 말고 열심히 정념해라, 이런 얘기하는데 좀 맞는 건지 그거 하나 궁금하고요. 또 하나
Master, it's been 5th day of fasting for me now, and I started fasting, so I have a lot of time left. So I'm starting to sit a lot, and I'm doing a Hwato, what is my original face before birth. And I've been thinking that, and I have started to have too many false things. Such as something doesn't go along together, or some faces that I don't even know, their faces appear in front of me. So this, I asked Gemini 3 about this, and Gemini says, when you meditate, there's an unconscious level of fear or affliction inside that naturally arises. So the Gemini advised me to ignore these thoughts, do not pay attention, and just vigorously cultivate. Is this advice correct? And I also have a second question.
Yes, it's correct. Thank you, Gemini 3. We should consider, using Gemini 3. It saves me a lot of time.
두 번째는요, 제가 부모 미생전을 생각하다 보니까 제 어렸을 때 어머니의 젖을 안 먹고 밤새도록 울었다. 그래서 할 수 없이 홍합이나 또 어린 병아리를 삶아서 먹었다고. 요거는 나중에 누나한테 얘기를 들었습니다만은 처음에는 홍합을 먹고 자랐다. 두 번째, 이제 최근에 누나한테 얘기 들은 게, 너 때문에 우리 형제들이 잠을 못 잤고, 그 다음에 어린 병아리를 삶아서 연명을 했다 이런 얘기를 들었습니다. 지금 생각해 보니까 제가 우리 부모님한테 태어날 인연이 억지로 나왔구나 이런 생각도 언뜻 들면서 그동안에 제대로 해드리지 못한 이런 게 상당히 참회스럽고 또 나 때문에 일찍 간 그 병아리라든가 짐승들한테 뭔가 사죄를 좀 해야 되겠다. 그래서 짐승들을 위한 입회를 하나 해야 되겠다. 이런 생각을 해봤습니다. 의견을 말씀해 주세요.
Second is that when I was doing the Huatou, what is my original faith before birth, I start to think about when I was very young. I didn't take my mother's milk, and I used to cry all night long. I heard this from my older sister later, and then they had to give me the mussels or the young chicks and then boil them for me to eat instead of the milk. And my older sister told me, because of you, our brothers and sisters could not sleep well, and all the young chickens, the chicks, we had to boil it to make you stay alive. So now that I think of it, I think it was my forced condition to be born from my parents. And I was repenting that I couldn't, I wasn't very nice, I couldn't be very nice to them. And then I wanted to repent on all those animals that had to be sacrificed because of me. And I was thinking maybe I should request a plaque for those animals. Any advice on this, Master?
Yes. Ask Gemini 3. You should continue. These programs, these apps are wonderful. Once I sign on, I started asking them, I keep following. It would take me at least 3 hours. It's so much to learn. They're so good. Continue, okay? Good luck. Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. I think I feel responsible. I should point out when we learn from Gemini 3 is learning from you, Master.
No, they don't.
Yes. Respectfully, yes.
How do you know?
Because Gemini told me.
Really?
Yes.
You asked? What did you say? Disgrace something.
I don't know if that's a circular logic or not, but just for everyone's awareness, I think this is just good information. AI on Google search, which is powered by Gemini, meaning Gemini, is trained on YouTube videos. Google states you have allowed them the right to do this.
Yes.
Based on their terms of service. While the legality of this practice may be worth some companies spending money on to fight, for the rest of us, mere mortals, here we are. And creators cannot currently prevent Google from using their videos to train its own AI models. However, maybe in the future they'll give us a toggle. But to me, I think this is a very, very good thing, because we won't find ourselves in a situation where your wisdom is locked behind closed doors. The world can benefit. But that's just my humble opinion, Master.
Well, thank you. I think I beg to differ because there's a lot more. I think the algorithm for Gemini 3 training is that they go through these videos and they weight them. There's a scale or weight factor. So I don't think that people would consider me to be an important source of knowledge about meditation at all. It's given, since there are a lot more famous teachers, Dalai Lama, and their Zen teachers, other Chan teachers, and so forth. So I seriously doubt that they wouldn't, I would bear much weight at all. My weight is probably like 1/1000th of all the other teachers. All right. So Gemini is good. But let me explain to this gentleman here, because he may not make it to the end of the fast at the rate he's going. And you can continue to do that, that's fine. Gemini is not wrong, but it's not efficient either. Okay? Here's your problem. You do Hato, and you have these visions. What's the first thing that happened to you? What's your first reaction? You saw something. What was your reaction? You heard it. All of you heard, just like me, heard him, heard the translation. What did he do immediately when he saw a vision? This is very important, folks. It's not something that Gemini 3 can answer you because it hasn't ever been explained yet. You heard him. Isn't it amazing? We all heard the same thing, but I understand, but you didn't catch it. As soon as he saw these visions, he says, what? Why? Why do I have this vision? Right? And what was the instruction? What was the instruction?
망상이니까 그런 걸 자꾸 머릿속에 생각하지 말고 오로지 정념을 해라. 이렇게 나와서
It's a false thought, so do not arise the false thought, only concentrate.
So, ignore it. Yeah? That's the instruction. What were you doing? You listen to my competitor. And you expect me to help you now? Just ignore it. Okay? Ignore. This is, I told you repeatedly, but you never paid attention. You and all the men around here and all the women around here, you all want the same thing. Why? Why is happening to me? This is not fair. Why? Why am I seeing it? Why can't I do this? Why can't I have a red car? Why? 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 You spend your entire life trying to understand why. And what are we doing? He said, stop it. Not when you meditate. You don't need to understand why. Because trying to understand why is what ordinary people do. It only makes them more confused. And we're teaching you to stop it. Start by stopping it. That's why I taught you Huatou, because that's the first thing you learn to do in Huatou. Stop it. You do the Huatou. What's my original face before I was born? Anything else? You stop. That's all. It's that simple. You don't need to understand why. You don't need to understand trying to save the world. Okay? You don't worry about your kids, your family, your mother. We don't care. Not now. Is it clear? All right. See the difference between how we explain Huatou versus how the other teachers teach Huatou? Stop it. Go Forest.
Thank you, Master. Can I say, what did I look like before I was born as a Watto instead of what was my original face?
That works. You can even say in Spanish as well. You can say, amigo, ¿qué pasa?
Copy that. I'll try it. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? That's where the advantage of the Huatou, if you have the proper instructions, the proper environment, and finally the proper guidance, you can go pretty fast. The reason people practice Huatou and don't get very far after 3 years is because they receive the wrong instructions, barking up the wrong tree. Spend their lives trying to understand why. They need a reason for them to go on. Okay? That's why it only makes you more confused. That's all. So that's why I want you to be exposed to this Dharma door. It's connected. It's based on the same principle in a certain teaching as well. Okay? That's why I wanted you to receive this training. It's helpful, trust me. I hope you take it seriously. This is the 3rd week, right? Okay? You don't have much time left. Try your best, okay? Yes, 9.
Thank you, Master. There's a question here from Samson Lau. Emitofuo, Master, are all precepts created equal? Or are there certain precepts you would consider more important for us to withhold if we did not take all 5 precepts? Thank you.
It's about you. What do you want to uphold? It's not about me. Anyone else? Yes, it comes from you. What do you want to do with your life? Where do you want to improve? Yes, 9.
Thank you, Master. In Buddhism, what's the difference between feelings and emotion?
Feelings and emotions?
Yes.
What's the difference in English? In English, what's the difference between feelings and emotions? Ask ChatGPT and Gemini 3. Now is the time to ask. Yes, 3.
Okay, thank you, Master. According to Gemini, emotions are automatics, physiological responses like a racing heart to stimuli, while feelings are the conscious mental interpretations or awareness of those emotions shaped by thoughts, beliefs, and experiences. Think of an emotion as the raw bodily signal, i.e., tension in your stomach, and a feeling as the label you give it, awkward, excited. Feelings involve your brain processing the emotion, making them more subjective and less immediate than the primal emotion itself.
Very good. I agree with that. Emotions are the natural emotional reaction you have, and feelings are processed emotions.
So, Master, so you have fear. Is that feeling then, or is that?
Fear is it feeling or emotions? Why do you ask? Now it's time to ask why. I can ask why, you can't. You hear? Why do you ask?
Because I think I asked about a week ago the difference between, we're talking about living beings and sentient, and the difference between two is the emotion. Sentient has emotion and living being doesn't have it. They could have thinking minds, thinkings, and what's the other one?
They have sentient, meaning they have feelings.
Yes. But the difference is the emotion, right? Is that?
The difference in emotion, what do you mean?
That's
what
what
difference?
I understood last time, the difference between a living being and sentient, the differentiate between two.
No, they all are sentient beings. They all have feelings, 景, we translate as feelings. Okay, it could be as emotions, but as in contrast, as opposed to wood or stone, which has no emotions, no feelings. That's where the delineation is for.
So when I meditate, when I'm sitting, I should I should work on my, for example, if I have a fear, do I look for, I don't know if I should look for feelings or emotion, or it doesn't matter, I'm just thinking too much.
Yes, TMT, too much thinking. Okay, again, what's that along the line of? Why? You don't care, okay? Doesn't matter. You ignore it, that's all. It's that simple. Just ignore it. That's all you have to do. Okay, yes, go Forrest.
Emitofuo Master. So I have also been trying the Huato a little, and I think this is a problem I always have, but maybe with the Huato I see it more often, and it's that I have a lot of expectations. So every time I'm meditating and I suddenly feel something different, I start already thinking, oh, maybe this is samadhi, or I'm gonna get a response or something. And even though I try not to react again, the next time it happens, I do it again and again. So I don't know how to avoid doing that. Could you help me to not do that? Thank you, Master.
Okay. Have you tried? Stop it. Stop.
Yeah, I try, but the next time it will happen again and again. Maybe I realize after a couple, maybe a few minutes after.
And it happens again, what do you do?
Yeah, I stop it.
Stop it. It happens again, what do you do?
I stop it. Okay.
Stop
Thank you,
it.
Master.
Very good.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Anyone else? I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway, yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. As I'm reading along to Great Master Shenhua's translation here in the slides and listening to your guidance, am I correct to hear that it's the spirit of upholding the precept is the intention? So, what I'm seeing Great Master Shenhua say is, you take the no-killing precept, yet you have a thought about killing. Does that mean, is he saying you're breaking the precept? Or is...
Yeah,
right.
Breaking precepts. And I even brought it deeper for you. Okay? When you do these things, when you live your life, has to do with the way you live your life. You have these 5 guidelines: no killing, no stealing, no. Okay? If you subscribe to those guidelines, those 5 or 1 or 2 or 4, doesn't matter. Okay? And then what that process about is you intend to live your life that way. You see, that's what precepts is about. Precept, rules, morality is that I intend to live like this within these parameters. Okay? They teach it, the Chinese teaches as I vow and I break with my mouth and mind, so forth. I don't care. It's too complicated for me. All I'm teaching you is when you do these things, what is your intention? You made the vow. You say, I intend not to kill. I intend not to steal. All right? You made that. When you made a vow, that's what it means. So after you made it, okay, you come to the temple, the environment here is actually ideal for you. You don't have a chance to kill. Okay? So it's a lot easier for you to come here and you get into that mode. But it doesn't stop there. But when you leave the temple, you go back to your regular life. Okay? You have to choose. Now you become aware of it. Okay? When you go to 2 different environments, your home, your office, versus coming to the temple. This is where it becomes useful to you. You come to the temple, you know, I can come here and am able to have a good environment for me to do those things. Very few chances for you to steal, okay? Very few chances for you to kill, and so forth, okay? And so, cultivation at the temple is like that, if you like. And when you do that, okay, you improve faster. And once you have a taste of that, this is when you go back, okay? And you go back to your regular life. You're a lot more sensitive. You said, you know, maybe I shouldn't take that pen from the office. What's that thing called? The steel things? Cabinet, thank you. Okay, file cabinet, not file cabinet, but metal cabinet, okay? Maybe I shouldn't because, you know, I was fine at the temple, now I go back, all of a sudden I have this temptation, this habit energy, okay? Maybe I don't want to do that. And that is cultivation. You think cultivation, this is according to Master Hsu's instructions tonight. He says cultivation is reciting Buddha's name. No, I'm teaching you about cultivation. Cultivation is to stop yourself, to catch yourself, and refrain from doing unwholesome karmas. That's what cultivation is about. Huatou is only one expedient for you temporarily. Okay? The real cultivation is to watch those improper thoughts and stop them. Stop it. If you do that, you don't need to cross your legs. Now, I hate to say it to you. We've been preaching for 20 years about full lotus. But if you do that, who cares about full lotus? A lot of people sit in full lotus, and yet they nurture unwholesome thoughts, especially when they know that no one else knows. They can get away with it. Yes, 8.
Hello, Master. Is the overall purpose of 5 precepts not to hurt others? I feel that's the principle behind all 5 precepts. Because we don't want to hurt others, so we observe 5 precepts.
You're generalizing too much. At the 5 precepts level, you confine it to 5 aspects in your life. Killing, stealing, and so forth. You don't need to generalize. Not yet. You don't have enough wisdom to generalize yet. Okay? Stick to the teachings for now.
Yeah, the most difficult thing for me to do regarding 5 precepts is to kill mosquitoes. Yeah, because I know mosquitoes will hurt my kids, so I always want to kill them.
Feels good to kill them, right? Does it feel good when you kill them?
I feel I protect my kids.
It feels good. You say, yeah, I'm protecting my kid. It feels good, I'm protecting my kid. I'm a good mommy. You're not going to touch that? You don't want to comment on that? I ask you a question. Does it feel good?
After I took the 5 precepts, I was more hesitant to do that, but I feel there's no perfect way to deal with that. I do not really want to kill them, but if I don't kill them, my kids get hurt.
Do you feel guilty?
I think either I kill them or I don't kill them, I don't feel good about either way.
But you kill them. Do you feel bad?
Yeah, I guess so.
But don't you feel good about protecting your children?
I feel bad either I kill them or I don't kill them. Because if I kill them, I violate the precept. But if I don't kill them, I hurt my kids. So there's no good way to do it.
This woman is thinking too much. Who transmitted the 5 precepts to you? Ask that person, don't ask me. Oh, it's me, darn it. Yes, sir. What is the contribution from from 3.
Thank you, Master. My 3's contribution is I really empathize and appreciated getting guidance from Master X when my wife and I were dealing with protecting our home from a rat. And Malcolm can tell you later. I'll summarize. Basically, this rat found a walnut and decided to chew this walnut for hours right outside of our window. Just this horrific sound. You could not sleep. And I took the no-killing precepts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we researched options. I think I might have told this story before. Jesus came and helped us at Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jesus was very helpful, explaining all the different poisons and methods of murdering rodents. And so we picked one that seemed reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It was glue traps.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also explained what to do once the rat got caught in the glue trap, which it, of course, did. And this terrible, awful, pathetic creature is stuck to this glue trap on our patio, and I get my gloves, and I get my long-sleeve shirt, and I get my baseball bat, and I played baseball a very long time. I know how to swing it. Because otherwise you're throwing a rat in the trash and it's just stuck to a glue trap, so the idea is you want to just, put it out of its misery. And I found myself in the living room at 1:30 in the morning not being able to do it because I was really at a point where it's like, no, I took a precept. I can't kill this rat. And so instead, Jeannie and I had much deliberation and decided we would just push the rat over the ledge. Which seemed to be not killing per se. So that's what we did. And then thankfully the dirt interacted with the glue and the glue trap, and the rat was able to remove itself after being pushed off a 12-foot ledge and wasn't there in the morning.
It goes to your neighbors. And you feel better.
This is where the empathy comes from, because it was a conflicting situation, and Master X, I won't speak to the private guidance you gave us. I'll let you do that if you want to.
So what did she tell you to do? Kill it?
She said that you can protect your home and that it's part of the karma of being born as an animal if you find yourself invading our home, to which I said, okay, and I didn't put out, so then we decided, okay, no more glue traps, and instead you use baffles. And baffles are really great obstructions to any rodent climbing trees. That you have to create like a 3-foot space, and then the rodents can't get around that obstruction, so they stop coming.
I have a similar issue. You care to hear about it?
Very much.
I have pretty good luck with rats. Haven't seen a rat yet. There's some up on my roof, but I've never caught any. So I didn't have to deal with it. But I have cats issues. They walk around my house looking at me. What are you doing here? I say, man, what are you doing here? It's my territory. I said, I live here. What are you talking about? I just don't know what to do.
Well, Master, I grew up speaking cat. I can tell you what they're saying.
And then go forest. There are a couple of cats. They're always fighting for that territory. I hear it at 2 in the morning.
So they're wondering why you're not doing the job that they're doing. And one day when a dead rat shows up on your porch, it's because they're teaching you. They're like, see, you're supposed to be doing this. That's how cats speak.
You see the problem? We all have issues with killing karmas. Yeah? Okay. Damn you do, damn you don't. That's the only solution possible. Okay? And according to Master XX, I'm quoting her, okay, it's okay to kill the cat. It's okay to kill the rat. It's okay to kill the mosquitoes because you're protecting your house. You're protecting your family. Isn't that right, Master X?
Yeah, I think I heard it from the lectures.
I probably, in all fairness, I can explain that. It was probably a bad day, like tonight. Give them some rebirth blessings. They will owe you. That's why I finally understood. I really was very afflicted about it. You know, I said, God, it's no good solution. What do I do? Okay, so very simple things. Mosquitoes. Okay, we thought, for example, we catch some spiders. I have a lot of spiders in my house for some reason. Spiders usually come because you scheme a lot. You know that? These problems go on and on and on. I don't think I do well in the Huatou. All these things keep on coming up every day. And I would catch a spider, okay? And then I was taught by my master that when you catch them, you liberate them and throw them out the house, okay? And then you say, Gui for Wei Fa Wei San. Okay. So you give them 3 refuges. So that's what I do every single time. Okay? Now, a rat is slightly different. You catch it and you throw it out, okay? Okay, and you say, Gui for Wei Fa Wei San. Okay, that's fine. But then it goes over to your neighbor's house and bring disease over there. Whose fault is it? See the problem? It gets complicated.
But if your neighbor also had the same guidance, they could be liberated twice.
Yeah, and they throw it back to me, yeah. We all die. We both die. Yes, 9. What do you do?
Oh, Master, I hesitate to tell you my story. I hesitate to say it.
Do share with us.
Oh, my God.
Okay, you have my permission.
Thank you, Master, for your permission. At my mom's house, she had a rat infestation last year. And we really had no choice, but they just had to take care of it because my mom's 98, she's got caregivers, and they sleep overnight, and there's someone sleeping on a futon on the floor, and it's just, oh my God, it just got really horrible. And the caregivers were cleaning out the garage, they were cleaning out the house, and rats were going and grabbing candy from the See's candy box and dragging it out, and with the wrappers going into the rat hole. It was horrible, everything. And my mom keeps a very clean house, but there are certain rooms that she just forgot about. She just, she never went into these rooms, and then they just started going into these rooms. So we just had to call. My brother got involved. It just was really yucky. My brother got involved because a rat got caught between the walls, and his wife was screaming. She heard some noise, blah, 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 blah. So anyhow, I got to my mom's house. I got all these pictures from the caregivers of dead rats and blah, blah, blah. And I was really upset, and I was crying. I was doing 42, and all of a sudden, I saw this image of a rat really close to my face. And I thought, oh, God. And it was big. The face was big. And I just kept ignoring it. I said, I'm not going to look at this thing. I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, reciting Buddha's name. That's when you go back to your Huatou.
I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it. So for a couple of days, I ignored it. And then I realized it's not going away. I'm not scared. It's not trying to scare me. And I was trying to meditate, and I just started crying, and I just started talking to this big rat. And when I was doing the 42, it was kneeling near me, like the size of a human, kneeling near me as I was doing 42, and it was kneeling, praying with me. Mm-hmm. And I just started crying. I said, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry that I had to do this. Please forgive me. I repent that we have to kill all these rats. This is just really horrible. And this rat said to me, this is their karma. You just have to take care of your family. You have to do what you have to do to take care of your family. And recommended to me that I had to give rebirth blessings to all these rats. Mm-hmm. 2 months, rebirth blessings. Mm. And I said, oh God, 8 rats. And that was just starting, 8 rats. And I said, oh, okay. And then at some point, when I said I would do it, then it just sort of faded.
Yeah, you forgot. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it faded. Okay, so that's my story.
Isn't that, so you think it's great to hear about these things. This woman hears from Wanyin Bodhisattva, he also hears from rats as well.
That's horrible.
Tragedy. Yes, GF. Oh, another animal issue. What is your problem?
My house has a lot of ants. So what does it mean if your house has a lot of ants, Master? Thank you.
What does it mean to have a lot of ants? Okay. Usually it's because you leave food outside. You have to clean after you eat, you bake, you cook, and so forth. You have to keep it very, very clean. They come because they're hungry, looking for food and water.
Yes. Oh, water.
Yeah.
Yes, I put everything inside the fridge now, so I hope they don't come back.
Any kind of bread crumbs, any kind of food debris, they will bring them. They send these scouts things. They walk around, and then the antenna go, cheet, cheet. I observe them in my kitchen. I say, Emitofuo. I know we're not supposed to joke about this, but what are we going to do? we don't kill the mosquito, they're gonna suck the blood of our children, okay? We'll kill the rats, health department will come and close the temple. So what we used to do in my Vietnamese master's temple, we could not kill the rats, so we told the layperson and said, you kill the rats. It's so weird. And finally, I'm so glad. Now you know why you should all be grateful to me. I give you a way out. Recite the Buddha's name for them, okay? Because it's more blessings than they can ever get. So, Emitofuo. 10 times, at least, okay? 10 times. For mosquitoes and stuff like that, it's okay, okay? But the bigger things, you want to be a little bit more, okay? They need more blessings to get out. But for small things, 10 Emitofuo is good enough, I think. Okay? Let's hope so. I'm probably the first master who give you this kind of public instruction to kill. Okay. Oh. All right. Anything else? Anyone else? Yes, 3.
Thank you, Master. Just to close the loop, Jeannie and I did decide that a rat on the patio should have a rebirth plaque, and I will say I'm very thankful to the rat on the patio because it provided us way more opportunity to investigate the no-killing precept than I ever thought I would spend. Like, really. You know, as a 6'3" man who's more than capable of swinging a baseball bat, to be brought to just pure standstill in my own living room with no one else around at 2:30 in the morning, it was a powerful thing, and it really made me have a better, I don't think understanding is the right word, but the impact of the precept of the vow that I took really became more real. And I'm very thankful to the rat, and it has my gratitude for that opportunity.
Yeah. Very good. That's cultivation right there, folks. Okay? Because a lot of people who cross their legs and cultivate and do chant and so forth, but they don't understand that process. The process really boils down to, see, chant is basically stopping your thoughts. You do chant, okay? I explained to you tonight about Huatou, okay? You who said you practice, you investigate a Huatou topic. Any other thought? You said, You don't have to say stop. That's all. And when you get used to it, you don't even do anymore. You see? That's Huatou. You just, it comes up, you do nothing. Comes up, you do nothing. Comes up, you do nothing. But first, if it bothers you, you say, Don't say go away. Don't come anymore. You just, Okay? Eventually, you understand that process is ignore it. That's all. You do those things. If you keep the 5 precepts of the temple, it makes it easier for you to do the Huatou. If you don't keep the precepts of the temple, it's harder for you. Okay? And so all these practices, okay, are designed to help you spot these unwholesome thoughts that interfere with your spiritual practice. If you're able to stop them, you will improve. You will like yourself more. You'll be happier, younger, healthier, stronger, and happier. That's why it matters, folks. We're teaching you this because it's good for you, not because we are moral people or we are, Mahayana. Not at all, because it's good for you. That's why we're doing this. It's not good for you. I would not be wasting my time talking about it and doing all this. All this is for you, good for you. That's what this is about. Because, in comparison, there are lots of places where you come and you do a chanchi and you feel wonderful because you're well taken care of. You eat, nice bread, nice cheese, and good food and so forth. You get along and you walk away and say, oh, we're so special. We are so cool. this is so privileged. This is such a, we are so superior. That's not cultivation. It happens, okay? Because out of kindness and compassion. Is that clear? That's what I want you to take from here. You come here, okay? I don't care. Later on, we have this reputation as hardcore cultivators. We are superior cultivators. We do better ceremonies. Our people are so much better than anyone else, and so forth. It's not the main thing. The main thing I want us to be known as kind and compassionate. We care. That's what we stand for. That's why we're doing this. Okay? And you improve so that when you care, okay, you can be of more help. Kindness and compassion is our core so that we work harder, so that we have a chance. Our help is more significant and more and more. To who? Your own families, your own relatives, your friends, your colleagues. You're making a difference. Yes, some of your relatives stop you from coming to the temple. Just remember them, that's all. Okay? And they are last in line for your help. Should be punished, I feel. Okay? You see that? That's cultivation. This is what we're about. That's what you're about. If you really believe in that, you look at a rat, you agonize, you look at a mosquito and say, should I kill or not? If you do it as long as I have. But you have to first go through that, okay? To build your kindness and your compassion. I'd love to hear it. It tickles me pink that you are so slow. And agonize over silly things. That's what I do nowadays. When I first started, it bothers me. I was a city of 10,000 Buddhas, and they have a lot of mosquitoes. We listen to Master Hsuan lecture at night, okay? 7, 10, we started listening to the tape. And I sat there. I was a novice. And I heard this mosquito thing. It's like, I said, oh, I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be cool. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move. And then it goes around my face. And then it landed right here. See, I was going there. See, I'm very, very serious cultivator. I was all like this. And it landed right here on my thumb. Okay? And then it wiggles, it has a back tail in the back leg, like a kick up a little bit. And then it moves over a little bit, do a side hustle. And then it takes his needle there, and he goes, yeah, this one. Plug it out. And it itches immediately. And I said, no killing precept, no killing precept, no killing precept. Master Hsuan will be proud of me. I swear. I will not let him down. Can you imagine if we were doing Huatou, I would have failed miserably. So many thoughts. No killing karma. No, I'm not supposed to kill. We practice the way of the compassion here. And then the damn mosquito keeps them shuffling, moving, choose another spot. I stuck it down, and it itches like hell. And if I said, I'm not going to chase it away, okay, even though it's very itchy, and it pulls up slowly, and it shuffles back, stick it down again, and pick it up. By then, I was so itchy, okay? And guess what? Third time, I said, Master YongHua, this is a test. This is where I came from. This is a test. I'm not going to fail. And finally, when its belly is so red with my blood, because I watched it the whole time, it flew away slowly, happy. And then I damn mosquito. I had to suffer that, folks, to teach you about non-killing precepts, okay? So I went through that. Don't think I did not have to go through that. But nowadays, Emitofuo. Happy rebirth. Isn't that great? We have that Dharma where, believe me, you recite the Buddha's name for them, they are so grateful. They're so indebted to you. And I wish I killed the damn mosquito in the city of 10,000 Buddhas. If I knew that I could recite the Buddha's name for it. Is it better off sucking my blood, flying away, versus Emitofuo? Huh? Think about it. That's cultivation. Sometimes we don't have to suffer. Yes, sir, in the back.
Master, so it is okay. So now on, we can whack it, those mosquitoes.
That's right. Okay? But because there's a Dharma behind it. Okay? Yes, it's brutal. Yes, it's a killing karma. But yes, it's breaking precepts. Okay? But the flip side of it is we're helping them. You helping them. All right, anyone else? Okay, so going back to slide 31. Now all of a sudden my thumb is itching again. It's traumatized for life, the damn mosquito. And then it's swollen, three big lump. The saying goes, the mouth recite Emitofuo when the mind is scattered. Shout until your throat is torn, that's all in vain. I don't know what he's talking about. Going from Emitofuo, killing mosquitoes to Emitofuo. With your mouth, you say Emitofuo. You strike a false thought. What false thoughts are you having? Are we there yet? The cat is waiting there for the mouse. Its mouth comes out. At the moment, this cat will swallow it in one gulp. The cat is capable of catching mice. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, and you always strike up these false thoughts. Cultivate the way, recite Buddha's name, your mind is scattered without any any very chaotic and disorderly. Shout until your throat is torn, okay? Main thing, bringing mad mind, arrogant mind, prideful mind, jealous mind, obstructive mind, all to stop, and then will it work? Okay? If you do not put a stop to these minds, only recite the Buddha's name, you're merely planting good causes. Listen, folks, what he's talking about reciting Buddha's name, the instruction here is Chan instructions. Okay? So these are good instructions. Okay, that's the next section. Any questions about this? after we talked for so long, there's no questions. We resolve all the questions here. Yes, DTT.
Emitofuo Master, yes, I have a question regarding the mosquito issue. And for example, if we don't kill the mosquito and still recite the Buddha's name, what happened with the help we are giving to the mosquito? Is that the same, is more, or is less?
The what we're giving her? The blessings?
The help or the blessings, yes.
What's the question? I don't understand the question.
So if regarding the mosquito issue, if we don't kill the mosquito, but still we recite the Buddha's name on their behalf, so what happened with that blessings? Are the same if we kill the mosquito, or are less, or are more?
That's a real good question. I always kill them first, so I never thought about it. You know how dangerous is mosquitoes nowadays? Because I heard of a new disease called, what is it? Ganges, they have pregnancy deformed pregnant women in Brazil. They got pregnant, and then a mosquito with that virus bite them, and they give the newborns are deformed. It's coming to the U.S., by the way. It came to the U.S. They discovered some in the U.S. already. There's a lot of bad things out there. Okay, so I don't know. I hesitate to sit here and advise you to kill mosquitoes, but I know what I do. Okay, nowadays, blessings. I don't know, less or more. I really don't care. Okay. The condition is such that we can recite for them. If we kill them or don't kill them, it's up to you. Okay. Your recitation will produce blessings. Okay, whether you kill them or not. But then, let me remind Patricia that if that mosquito carries some virus and she didn't kill it, and it goes over and bites someone else in the temple or outside, you have to worry about your own karma. Now it's no longer blessings. So it's not that simple, okay? We try our best. We don't want to harm. We try to live with kindness and compassion. But sometimes it's no good solution. Yes, JF.
아미타불 마스터, 모기에 대해서 모기가 계속 피를 빨고 업을 지으며 짧은 생을 연명하는 것보다는 아미타 부처님의 왕생의 복을 얻어서 다른 존재로 빨리 태어나는 게 더 낫지 않을까 생각합니다.
It's about the mosquito master. The mosquito living a short life keeps sucking others' blood and creating karma. Instead of that, why not just gain a rebirth blessing with Amitabha Buddha and earn a better life quickly? I think it's better.
Yeah, so you agree that we should kill mosquitoes.
저도 참다가 아이들도 계속 모기한테 물리고 밤에 잠도 못 자고 해서 죽이고 나서 아미타 부처님을 외우기 시작한 지 몇 년 됐습니다.
I was enduring as well, but my children get bitten continuously, and then they couldn't get a sleep at night. So I started to kill them and recite Amitabha Buddha. It has been years already.
Okay. No comment. It's no good solution. There's not much we can do. Okay. Finally, there is you do not put a stop to his mind, recite the Buddha's name, merely planting good causes. Okay, so Master Hsuan, that's how he taught his disciples. He says, you guys are confused, okay? And be careful because you indulge in these intentions, in these minds. Your cultivation creates good blessings, but you won't get very far. Okay, and I sympathize with Master YongHua's conditions because, first of all, I think a long time ago, these are the old tapes when he first started teaching. So I don't think he. And then the disciples he had were in the early days were not good caliber. So it's understandable to me that he speaks a certain ways like this, and so I understand. I sympathize with this. We don't practice this way. Because that's why I feel that our style of practice is different. That's why we call it American chant, not Chinese chant. This is how the Chinese, the Asian, the Koreans, the Vietnam, and so forth. That's how they practice. That's how they're trained. We train you differently, okay? And so. It's because I read all this a long time ago. I listened to these tapes at least 40 times, 100 times about these principles. And I was still confused, okay, for a long, long time. Okay, so I understand now, looking back, I understand why. I listened to him tonight. I understand why the ancients, the sages, taught this way, okay, but it caused confusion in my mind. So, and that's why I feel that it's good to listen to these teachings, but don't worry about it. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions and comments? Continue to do what you're doing, okay? We listen to the words of a sage, a great sage here. It is incredibly helpful, trust me, okay? These are, after you listen to this, excuse me, and you listen to all the other teachers, I want you to see that. I want you to keep in mind that these are the standard, these are the reference points you should all have, okay? When you come to me, I give you expedients. I explain to you a little bit to speed things up for you. But even when I teach you expedients, okay, if you really understand, eventually you see that I'm not going against him at all. Not at all. Okay? And that's Mahayana. Okay? So This is very important. This is not just for you, just for our students, but it's a word of encouragement for all the other cultivators, practitioners. They should listen to these great sages. They teach the proper thing. They teach the good things. You should study them. You should learn from them. Okay? As long as they've been certified to be a patriarch, you can't go wrong. Okay? Rarely will you go wrong. The lineage of patriarchs in Mahayana is that lineage there is a full lineage of great teachers. And so you have plenty of good references. You don't need to go very far. You stick to them, you'll be safe. Okay? So this is the advantage we all inherited from great Master YongHua, that you stick to the lineage of patriarchs here. Okay? That's it. And this is our foundation. All right? All right, we stop here tonight. Thank you, everyone.